Hey, everybody, it's the Coast.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw again on second down, Trubisky. Allen Robinson, kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, 75 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 27. The shotgun snap for Stafford. Johnson's got it complete. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make this a second down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now Stafford. Incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface, but I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 16 at the Lions' 27-yard line.
A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
.46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards and a Chicago 1st down. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down, almost back to the drawing board.
On 2nd down now, it's Cohen, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
He's got his tight end, Burton. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. 1st down, a run with Cohen. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard, stop short of the 35. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Play action, now Trubisky. And an alley to run. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Let's go.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Quick pass out to Miller. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way, lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a 4th down situation. And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Stafford, and he rifles one incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
To throw is Stafford. Gonna throw right side here, complete.
Holding, offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Stafford. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Trubisky gives to Cohen, and he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Trubisky, he finds Robinson. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. On 1st down, Trubisky. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 14.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run on 1st down. Cohen. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Trey Flowers there on the tackle. On 2nd down, it's Cohen. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And this is going to be incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Back out is Matthew Stafford in the Lions offense. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
It'll be a gain of 15 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson, and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards for the Lions there and a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit. From the gun, here's Stafford. He gets this one to Johnson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Stafford now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 5th. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Here's Stafford. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. So now Stafford will bring up the Lions, and they'll go for 2.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this offense. But after what they just did, putting the ball in the end zone, that took them away from the brink of possibly being knocked out of this game.
So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
The Bears offense led by Mitch Trubisky heading back out there. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Finding Gabriel complete. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Trubisky to Gabriel there for a Bears first down.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workmanlike right there, getting that first down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workmanlike.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
A gain of 6 there on first. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. Trubisky's throw into the hands of Burton, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky, and this is Gabriel on the catch. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 39. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 6 of his throws on this drive. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's hit on his last 7 straight passes. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Completes it to Miller. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Trubisky to throw again. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackle.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now it's Trubisky. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. This is Johnson. He's got it. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. Third and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And there's a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. On 2nd and 9, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Holding offense.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jerk.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Khalil Mack, his 2nd sack of the night. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job.
And the pressure gets to him again. Khalil Mack in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
59.
From the gun, Stafford. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 18. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen. And they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. It'll be a 2-yard gain. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Here comes Grant on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
It's Jaleel Adai who brings them down. On second down now. Swift. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one covers 29 yards, first down. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game, as his guys are back within a single score.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Call it no gain on the dump-off, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty. So that'll back him up 5.
Still 3rd down.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll be taken down all the way inside Detroit's 20. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one. 63 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Pass from Trubisky taken in by Gabriel. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That really sets them back, a loss of 6. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. Again, it's Cohen. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, but now it's 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Tracy Walker. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Back to throw, Stafford. Caught by Jones. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Stafford now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now it's Stafford toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense, but in this situation, it was the hands that made the play.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Mitchell Trubisky and the Bears set to begin their next drive. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
On second down, it's Cohen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. This is Miller, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. That's complete to Robinson. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Here's Trubisky. They'll roll him out right. He can run for it, and he will. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. This is taken at his 4. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. So Matthew Stafford in the offense. Down by a field goal. 1:54 on the clock. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, Detroit. 16 yards on the pickup. Back to throw. And this is incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And he can't get a throw away. away. He's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Back to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on fourth down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So a big kick to get this back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get into overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
A good run on first down. It's got him very close to the line to gain, just shy of the 35. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Now it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete here. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman.
That's just flat out a terrific play because it's rare that you see a hitch route batted down. That means someone read that one really well and was right on the spot when the ball got to the receiver.
Trubisky will throw. He's got Burton here. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Returnable for Grant. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get in field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. First throw in overtime for Stanford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. 3rd and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. Here's throw caught at about the 5. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be.
And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column.